This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Tamika Fox. In this week's broadcast, Bahamas Academy celebrates the class of 2025. This story and more on this week's Adventist News. Last week, Bahamas Academy celebrated its graduates on June 11th and 13th. The Early Learning Center's ELC promotion service was met with excitement as parents, family, friends, and well-wishers gathered at the Holy Trinity Activity Center on June 11th. Bahamas Academy Principal Dr. Lavonda Smith welcomed the K-5 graduates and congratulated them on the start of a new chapter. Laurie Bullard, CEO of LBJ Global and an alumna of Bahamas Academy, was the guest speaker. She encouraged the boys and girls to dream big and to depend on God to achieve those dreams.
Girls and boys, do you know who put those dreams in your heart? It is God. That's right. And if He gives you the dream to do something, you definitely can achieve it, because He will give you the power to do so. So girls and boys, when you dream of becoming a doctor, a firefighter, a builder, and a skateboarder, you know that that dream can come true. And for example, if anybody wants to be an astronaut and wants to fly to the moon one day, you can do it because you believe that you can do it. But there's one other thing you need to do. In addition to believing in the dream, you need to believe in God who put the dream in you.
The graduates were then celebrated as they received their certificates and were recognized for their positive attitude and subject skills. Following the ELC promotion service was Bahamas Academy's 6th grade graduation ceremony. The theme, With Christ, Conceive, Believe, and Achieve, was explored by keynote speaker Lynn Smith, a veteran educator and alumna of Bahamas Academy. Smith, a doctoral candidate in education studies, motivated the students to believe in their ability to dream and to act in faith to achieve them.
You've got to believe it, and not only believe it, you have got to act on it. Dreams don't work unless you do. Even the Bible reminds us that faith without works is dead. Faith without works is like having a bicycle, but refusing to get on it and pedal to get where you're going. How are you going to get where you're going? Just standing there believing, okay, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. You have to do something in order to reach where you need to go.
The heart of the ceremony was the presentation of awards honoring the 35 students for their academic excellence, improvement, effort, conduct, and school spirit. Special recognition was given to students who had attended Bahamas Academy from grades 1 through 6, and to the valedictorian and salutatorian, Cale Antonio and Zara Rollins, respectively. In his valedictorian address, Antonio reflected on his academic journey with the support of his family, teachers, and classmates. He recounted the challenges of remote learning during the pandemic, the joy of field trips and class activities, and the significance of faith in achieving his goals. The graduation concluded with a torch passing from the graduating class to the next cohort. Bahamas Academy wrapped up the week-long celebrations with the graduation of the iconic senior class of 2025 on June 13, 2025. Among the attendees were well-wishers from the South Bahamas Conference Administration team and the Education Director of the conference, Juliet Sands. The ceremony featured musical selections by the school band and the class of 2025. The commencement address was delivered by alumnus Dr. Dervin Johnson, Director of Oak Tree Medical Center Health Network. Johnson reminded the graduates that true success in life comes from first accepting Jesus and then being a blessing to others.
I asked you at the beginning, how do you define success? In my story, I stated that the most important thing I got from Bahamas Academy is a relationship with Jesus Christ. So I define success as Jesus plus my submission to his will for my life. Then and only then was I destined to succeed in whatever direction he leads me in. If I was to spell success, it would be J-O-Y. Jesus, others, then you. True joy comes from contentment in spirit and using your gifts, your fruit, to bless others as the Spirit leads.
During the award presentations, the students were awarded scholarships ranging from $10,000 to $80,000 to Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama, USA. The salutatorian was Sierra Edwards, who expressed appreciation to the parents of the graduating class. The valedictorian, Huline Forbes, reflected on the academic journey of the class of 2025, commending her classmates for the numerous memories made at Bahamas Academy and highlighting the outstanding qualities of the class.
We have made history in our own right because everything we touched, we made iconic. Yes, I am here giving this speech as valedictorian today. But being iconic was not just about grades or titles. It was about spirit. Right, class? These are the unsung legends. The ones who might not be called up for a speech today, but deserve all the spotlight in the world. Because they carried us just as much as any textbook or title did. They were the glue holding the pieces together. And for that, we honor you.
As the students of Bahamas Academy begin a new chapter in their lives, we commend them for their efforts as they move forward in their academic journey. When we return, we'll have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Jesus is coming very soon. How should we act while waiting for his second coming? In Matthew 25, Jesus uses 3 illustrations to answer that question. From the parable of the 10 virgins, we learn about the importance of nurturing our spiritual life by receiving the Holy Spirit. From the parable of the talents, we learn about using God's given endowments and gifts to accomplish his mission. Finally, through the parable of the sheep and goats, Jesus emphasizes an important aspect of our preparation for his coming. While waiting for him, he expects us to engage in acts of love and compassion to those in need as service to him.
Welcome back to our Adventist News, and coming up in the South Bahamas Conference. The Centerville Adventist Single Adult Ministries invites single persons 21 and older to join a diverse game night social hosted this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. at the Philadelphia Seventh-day Adventist Church Hall. Women's Ministries Weekend will be held at the Philadelphia Church from June 27th to 29th, 2025. Activities for the weekend are as follows. June 27th, 7 p.m., with international guest speaker Dr. Latazia Stewart. She will speak on women's health. June 28th, 11 a.m., Women's Ministries Emphasis Day. Assistant Counsel of the Office of the Attorney General, Sister Christine Brown from the Grandstand Church will be the guest speaker. June 29th at 3 p.m., Women's Ministries Spa Love Yourself Day. All are invited to attend. Get ready for an unforgettable evening and Vespers on the Steps, a special event for adolescents ages 11 to 15 on June 27th, 2025 at the conference grounds. This worship experience is designed to inspire, connect, and ignite the light within each young heart. The South Bahamas Conference Youth Department is celebrating youth throughout the month of July and has lots of activities planned for everyone to enjoy. The 2025 Volleyball League will begin on June 28th at the Hillview Adventist Church, starting at 8 p.m. Kickball League will begin on July 26 at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all our upcoming conference events. There you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update, along with other local programming from our cable channel, ATV 658, and read the weekly logos and the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
We all need a balance of protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals in our diets to sustain a healthy body. So get healthy and select the healthiest options from the following categories. Protein. Proteins give us the energy we need to get up and go and keep going, while also supporting mood and cognitive function. Too much protein can be harmful to people with kidney disease, but the latest research suggests that many of us need more high-quality protein, especially as we age. Protein is not only found in animal products, but there are a variety of plant-based like chickpeas, lentils, and tofu. Fat. Not all fat is the same. While bad fats can wreck your diet and increase your risk of certain diseases, good fats protect your brain and heart. Healthy fats, such as omega-3s, are vital to your physical and emotional health. Including more healthy fat in your diet can help improve your mood, boost your well-being, and even trim your waistline. Fiber. Eating foods high in dietary fiber like grains, fruit, vegetables, nuts, and beans can help you stay regular and lower your risk for heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. It can also improve your skin and even help you to lose weight. Calcium. Not getting enough calcium in your diet can contribute to anxiety, depression, sleep difficulties, as well as osteoporosis. Whatever your age or gender, it's vital to include calcium-rich foods in your diet. Limit those that deplete calcium and get enough magnesium and vitamins D and K to help calcium do its job. Carbohydrates are one of your body's main sources of energy. They should be derived from complex, unrefined carbs like vegetables, whole grains, fruit, rather than sugars and refined carbs. Cut back on white bread, pastries, starches, and sugar, which can prevent rapid spikes in blood sugar, fluctuations in mood and energy, and buildup of fat, especially around your waistline. Use these tips and eat healthy today. I am Shanique Taylor, and this has been your health tip courtesy of Adventist Television. Remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
And in Brazil, blind, deaf, autistic, and physically disabled individuals, along with their families, took part in a program designed for everyone on a special Saturday.
In São José, in southern Brazil, a local church turned Saturday into a real experience of inclusion. Every part of the program was designed to engage people with different disabilities. For many, it was the first time they could fully participate in a worship service with complete accessibility. The program was built with listening, empathy, and respect for different ways of existing and expressing faith. In the morning, Bible study activities were held in adapted classrooms. One was dedicated to people with visual impairments using Braille materials. Another served deaf participants with Brazilian Sign Language interpretation. The worship service was led by individuals with visual, intellectual, and developmental disabilities. Faith found new voices, expressed with respect and equality. In the afternoon, Workshops focused on accessibility, mental health, reduced mobility, and the role of guide dogs.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what is happening at your church, please email your news, stories, and upcoming events to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of materials from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to programs from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure to bring you tonight's news update. I'm Tamika Fox for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.